welcome to the show, The Ladder the Podcast. It is your host, Justin Strickland, and I am elated to be before you today. Shout out to Crew Excellence, everybody tuning in. Before we jump into the episode, I want to introduce one of my favorite people on the planet, one of my good friends, one of my brothers, Trey. Oh, hold on, I gotta do his real name. Robert Trey Coppage.
Hey.
Holla at me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome to the pod. Tell the people 3 things that they should know about you before we jump into the episode.
Before I get started, I want y'all to know that I am a father.
Okay.
I am
Big Pops.
a lover of my people, my community.
Yeah.
And I am an actor.
He's a thespian.
I'll be doing stuff.
Yeah.
Thespian is not
Somebody
a word.
told me
Just
that it starts with a
everybody
P.
know. It's a P.
I just found that out like last week.
And you still named the teams Thespians. Trey the Thespians. I went to his house for a game night, and the team name was Trey the Thespians.
I just found out. I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I was wondering why they were so close.
Thespian.
Thespian. All right, he is a thespian. And we are so, I'm honored to have you before me today. Being able to be around each other for, 25 plus years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say. Dang, we old.
Yeah,
But what we do here on The Ladder is we walk with leaders. We talk about leadership, and every now and then we get the opportunity to talk to leaders and talk to them about their journey and kind of peel the curtain back on what it looks like to actually be a leader doing things in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of people want to be leaders, a lot of people desire to be leaders, but they don't know exactly what it takes or what it looks like. And so I wanted to bring you on because you are one of my favorite people. One, because you're just a great human being, but also because you are persistent in chasing what you've been chasing for 20 plus years. And I remember when I first found out about the 10 years, 10,000 hours thing, it's like, once you put in 10,000 hours, you're an expert. And it's like, I don't want to be around people who have put in 10,000 hours. And you're one of those people who's put in 10,000 hours 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so now you're at the place where you're seeing a lot of fruit of your labor. But I want to rewind the tape and say, hey man, when did you realize that you had a gift and you were like, this is something I want to pursue?
Well, first, I want to say thank you for letting me be on the show, man. I appreciate that. You've been putting out some good stuff, man. You've been saying some good stuff.
Thank you, man.
And I don't share as much as I should.
Hey.
But I be loving it.
I appreciate
I be putting that heart on it. Because it's real, man. It's coming from a real place. And I know that you're coming from a real place. And it's just like, everybody's not giving out tools to people. Everybody's not letting people know, hey, leadership look like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, integrity looks like this. You know what I'm saying? Showing some wanting to do something for other people. That's a blessed thing, bro. And I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you for letting me be here.
Thank you so much.
Now,
man.
with the gift, you said, when did I feel like...
Yeah, once you discover, I got a gift, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Man, that's a great question. That's a great question because I always saw myself as gifted.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had a lot of different talents.
Mm-hmm.
And so, originally it was my music.
I'm still waiting on the Trey Cop.
Ain't no more,
bro. You can just release it on the low. It don't even gotta be just find me a copy one day and be like.
Go ahead and check out my SoundCloud there. It's still up. It's still up.
Hey, I'm gonna pull it up. I would make my own blank CD.
Illegally download. No, but so I knew that I worked at stuff. I knew that I practiced stuff. I knew that I could do good at stuff if I worked on it. Yeah. I never really saw it as I can do something that nobody else can do. I never saw it like that. I always saw it like I do me. And I work hard at it, and then people be appreciating it. Now, to me, this is
the fruit of my labor.
Yeah, this is just what I do. This is just how it come out, and but other people they really appreciate it. So that let me know that it was a gift when it started actually making room for me and stuff, and it actually started opening doors for me. Because at first it was the hunger that got me in those doors, but after the hunger, they got to see consistency, and they got to see some skill, and they got to see the dedication. So and then it was like, oh well, shoot, that's the gift itself. It's not the talent that I got that's a gift is being able to be consistent with it and be able to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the gift, and that's what's been opening up doors for me.
That's dope. And that is an amazing kind of picture of what I think leadership really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think, like, I get into some philosophical discussions with people like nature versus nurture,
Mm-hmm.
but I think leadership is like the perfect blending of the two. I think leaders are naturally gifted,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to nurture those giftings to
Yeah.
become the leader that we're meant to be.
For sure.
And so when I hear you say, like, man, I had some stuff that I loved, but it was when I worked at it that it created space for me. I'm hearing that nature and nurture kind of blending
Yeah.
for you to become the leader in spaces that you're supposed to be,
Yeah.
which I think that's just how it works. And so one of the things that I always think about is, like, who in my life kind of picked me and was like, hey, bro, you got something. Hey, you're a leader. Because, like, I was just thinking about this literally right now. It's like, I remember two things from my childhood. I remember when I became the biggest cousin, which is weird, but I remember because my cousin Micah, she's like 5'2" right now to this day.
Gotcha.
But she was like 4'6" when we were like 5.
Gotcha.
So she was huge. And she used to beat everybody up. And I remember when I got bigger than her,
Yeah.
and I felt a responsibility now
Yeah.
that I was the biggest cousin.
Yeah.
And so I remember that. And I remember playing in the YMCA, playing basketball. I was like 8, maybe 9 years old. And I was the best player on the team. And I fouled out, and we lost like the championship. And I remember my dad was my coach. Horrible idea. But I remember him telling me,
all the real fathers.
come on now, you know what I'm saying? I remember telling me after the game, we can't win without you. And I was like, I guess not.
Guess I gotta.
I guess not.
Stay in the
I
game
guess it is
now.
on me.
I
And
can't
so
get fouled out no more.
I guess I can't foul out no more. And so those kind of instances have stuck with me really for my entire life. Like even to this day, I go to the court to hoop, and I'm like, give me anybody.
Yeah.
And I bet you we'll
That's
be.
hilarious.
And I bet
Because
you
my
we'll be whatever.
stepdad would never say, we couldn't. Never said that. It was never coming out. This team, he was my coach before.
Yeah.
Never. Trey, sit down. Sit on the bench.
So who in your journey was like, hey man, you're special, and you gotta lean into that.
Off the top, okay, being funny, I say Barney, right? But
Yeah.
before Barney, for real, it was my mom.
Okay.
And my mom used to make my dad, my real dad.
Uh-huh.
She would make him say things. So they would say, so if I was trying to zip something up and it kept getting stuck, and I'm like, I can't. No, you can't say you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can. Matter of fact, say this after me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm a strong black man. I'm
Yeah, you
a leader,
are.
not a follower. I can do
Got
anything.
you.
That
And
my
then,
mom
and then you
was
zip the jacket up.
Yeah, eventually. With
Okay.
the tears.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm not supposed to be doing it. And then I did it. You know what I'm saying? But
You was right.
but you don't want to admit that. You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah.
I told you I couldn't do it.
Why didn't you help me?
But yeah, that really, like you said, in my head, that stuck in forever. Like being a leader and not a follower. Being able to really get anything done that I wanted to get done. If I put my mind to it and I actually want to do it, I can.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of things that I grew up wanting to do. I wanted to do everything, you know what I'm saying? So being able to pick something and let that get me into the other lanes is funny because as an actor now I've played basketball on film, you know what I'm saying? Now I've been a rapper on film. Now I've been a pastor on film. Now I've been, a gangster on film. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I've been able to play it all. So that's fun to me. That's fun. I don't think that any other, if I had chosen them, would have gotten me in everything like that.
Got you.
I feel like, it opens the doors for me. It's fun, man.
That's a cool way to look at that. I never thought about it like that.
It's so fun.
That's super dope, man. And what? So and we cut from the same cloth when it's like, man, we trying to do everything.
Yeah.
So when did you was like, all right, I'm gonna niche down. I'm gonna chase this with everything I got.
I think it was like I was married, so it was during my separation or right before the separation. Somewhere in there, 2017. I believe it was 2017. Well, 2016, I was doing dinner theaters.
Yep.
So when I was doing my dinner theaters, I was taking it real serious. And some of my castmates, they be playing around. I'm like, look, y'all, I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 2017, I think I just made up my mind, decided that I wanted to do it, and I opened myself up for getting calls. And of course, Morgan Cooper called. He called. You want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this.
Of course I want to do this.
I got a call from the Coterie Theater. You want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this. And then it's like, instead of saying no or finding a reason not to or making myself busy to where I can't be available for it, I just said yeah, and I did it, and I did good. That's what people, they want you to show up on time and know your lines. That's
it's simple. It ain't easy. You got to learn it, but it's simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people remember that. They remember that you showed up on time. They remember that you knew your lines.
Yeah, you was off script when you was supposed to be off script.
Yes. And that's a beautiful thing because, you know, somebody saw me in the Coterie from KC Melton Pot. And KC Melton Pot is the black theater here in KC. Yep. Well, one of them because they got KC Black rep as well.
Yeah.
But KC Melton Pot, somebody saw me at the Coterie and asked me to come do a show there. So they're already running the show. They're already 2 weeks in rehearsal. They give me the script. I come. I'm off book already the first day. And they still on book. They going to remember that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I don't ever got to do that again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
But I did it that time. And that's it. Hey, Trey be knowing.
Yeah.
He
gonna know his lines.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. I love that.
I actually just told a story about you backstage.
For real?
Yeah, I did.
What? Because telling people about me, man.
I told them that, you know, me and my goons, we would be in the hallways of Sumner with scripts in our hands, and we'd be looking at the wall and we'd be talking to the wall, and you call us zombies.
Forensic zombie. The forensic zombie.
Because
y'all was practicing doing school, man. Do something else. Laugh.
Hey, man, because y'all couldn't practice doing school.
No, because we couldn't. They wouldn't let us dribble in the hallway. It was frowned upon.
So you was like, you know, well, why? And I was like, bro, I'm going to be able to do this for a long time. Basketball only going to be...
Yeah.
Even if I had to stay with it, it still would have been...
The best of the best. Like right now, it's so interesting.
LeBron's crazy.
LeBron is rewriting history, right?
Crazy.
He's still going to be something else longer than he's a basketball player.
Still.
And he's done it longer than anybody thought was possible.
Yes.
And so, you're 100% right.
Acting, I knew that I could...
Look at Samuel Jackson. He's been old our whole life.
Morgan
Freeman. Been old my whole... When you own somebody your whole life...
No, bro.
And I'm an adult.
Cicely Tyson was old, bro.
Old.
She was about 60, 70 years old when we was born.
We were born.
She was still doing movies.
Still. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's what I knew I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So I just... I kept on running them doggone line. Miss Brown. I got to give a shout out to Miss Brown.
Shout out to Miss Brown.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Brown.
You know she leaving something?
I know. She at Pembroke. I'm about to run down on her.
What?
Yeah. She over at Pembroke.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go see her. Hey, shout out to Nate. Shout out to Nate here at Pembroke.
Hey.
Yeah. With the Pembroke. Behind the fourth wall for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you niche down. You say 27. I'm gonna chase this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give everything I got. I'm gonna chase.
I said I was gonna give 5 years.
I'm gonna give it 5 years. I love that because that's how I think too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it everything for this, and don't worry, I got other stuff I can do.
It was when I was mopping them floors at the Blue Door.
Yep.
I was mopping the floors, but I would have my headphones on and I'd be listening to YouTube videos of guys talking about their acting journeys and stuff.
And how they made it.
So I'm listening to Idris Elba talk. I'm listening to the one who's supposed to be playing Blade. Mahershala. Listening to him talk about it.
Bro, he act his tail off.
He be going in, man. Listening to him, listening to Will Smith, of course. Listening to just listening to them. And then even, actresses, listening to Meryl Streep, just listening to people and what they said. And all of them saying the same thing. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it.
Gotta work.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to go for it. Because if you give him 8 hours over here, your mind... How you gonna get? You want to give 8 hours to this?
Yes,
that's what you want to give.
This what you want to do,
and I had to do that. And then we was working with a guy named KT, and he told me that he had some actor friends that he knew, and he know everybody. Everybody, he tell everybody happy birthday every day on Facebook. I don't know if you was friends. He got a picture with him. He's smiling. He's smiling. KT is a great person, man.
Hey.
So he let me know. He was like, "Hey, man, the only way to do it is by doing it."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." I think I quit probably that next week or so after that, like. Because I'm trying to read scripts and watch kids, they jumping out of windows.
They off the chain, dog. They not playing with you, man. They not playing. Oh, you want to act? I'm going to show you a movie. Now they out the window. It's a different world over there, man. Different world.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think was holding you back in the first place? Because a lot of people are in that space where they know what they want to do, and they're even dabbling in it.
Yeah.
They might be doing it on the side, or they might be listening to other people talk about doing it. They're learning about it, but they're not quite taking the step where they're going to walk into it. So what do you think was keeping you from doing it?
Making myself open for it. Really, I had to make myself open for it. I had to put myself in front of the train so that I could get hit by the train.
Yeah.
I wanted to get hit by that train.
Yeah.
So I had to, what I did to really get started with my own momentum, because that's all it's about is energy, momentum.
Mm-hmm.
You build that up and then you're good. So what I started doing was going to schools. I knew some teachers, so I would go visit their schools, and then I'd read to the kids, and I'd do storytelling to the kids. And that, for me, that started me. But then my boys, Big Cam and Churchify the World, he hit me up and he said he had an idea. And I'm like, well, shoot, bro, how can I be a part? He like, I got cameras. I'm like, dude, put me on camera. That's all I need. I just need to be getting reps in. I need to be getting on the camera. I need to get used to being on camera. And I need to get used to saying lines on camera and finding different ways that I, you know what I'm saying, look right and look good and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's when I started to really just like, that was it. I had to get on camera and I had to be telling stories. And eventually, just from continuing doing those things, went to a few schools and then made a few videos with Big Cam. Yeah. And then from there, I started taking it more serious and I started getting more opportunities, different opportunities.
Gotcha.
Got myself an agent the next year, 2020 or so. Or I think 2020. Got an agent, and then I started seeing that there was a lot of opportunities out here. A lot of commercials and a lot of things being shot here. And I'd always felt like when I was younger, I wanted to move.
Because I got to get out of Kansas City. Because everybody say, you got to run. You got to get out of here if you want to make it.
You can't succeed here. That's what everybody tell you. And so I was like, nah, I don't even want that. Like, I heard Tech Nine say, I didn't want to go like the industry. I wanted the industry to, come to me. And eventually the industry did come to Tech.
Yes, they did.
And Tech had what he worked for. But he didn't have to change up. And I felt like I could do the same thing. Like, I don't want to change my location. I want to do everything here. Yeah. Now everybody's shooting stuff in Kansas City. It's some great filmmakers here. Why would I leave here if I know them? Yeah, and I know I'm gonna get a call. Yes. Why would I leave here if I know them? To start over somewhere else. Go out there. I don't know y'all. Y'all play me to the left. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might be a little funny at whatever. Not saying that would happen, but just saying why even run that risk when I got folks that's on my level that want to work just as much as I do. They hungry as I am. Yeah. They care how I care, and I mean they're just good people and they're talented. Yeah, they're actually talented. Yeah, there's some folks out here who they need a little more work. Yeah, they're more reps. Yeah, reps. But once you're doing it, you're doing it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, you remember Lysandra? We just made a film together. Dope. So because she was just in your play. She just wrote something. Okay. She wrote something and she had me and Courage in it. The story that she wrote, crazy. It's about young men being abused. Oh wow. And so this is her first time directing something. Okay. And writing something. And I'm like, you know me, I'm a push. So because I'm a pusher and because I'll be saying yes to stuff, people, they ask me for help for stuff. And I got no problem with it. Yeah. I know what my regular day rate is because I'm a union actor. Come on now, union. I know how much, but this is not about that. This is about, I want to see your thing go. I want to see you go. I want to see you keep going. Yeah. And that's how I am now. I just want to see people doing it, making the films and whatnot. No, that's super dope. Yeah, that's super dope. And I think I remember when we used to be going to schools and it'd be funny because we'd be telling people like, "Hey man, we're going to inner city schools." And we'd be like, "You can be whatever you want. You don't just got to be a basketball player and a rapper." And they'd be like, "Well, what do you guys do?" I play basketball and he raps.
But y'all don't gotta do that. You can do whatever.
We need doctors.
Yeah, we need other people. And so and acting is really kind of in that same category. For real. It's like, I was in school today. Everybody want to be a YouTuber. Everybody want to be on camera. What I've heard you say is like, man, what really kind of separated you was giving you room in this world to do this is your work ethic, and your relationships. And I think sometimes as leaders we underestimate both. Mm-hmm. I think because a lot of people who consider themselves leaders are naturally gifted, they don't necessarily work hard, and because they feel like they are uniquely, they have unique talents or unique knowledge to offer, they don't necessarily build relationships well.
Right.
Because they feel like these people should want me.
Yeah.
They should come to me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I'm the one who know X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So y'all should be beating down my door.
No way.
And so but that's not how the real world works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is, there are some who are like that. Your Denzels. Denzel ain't, you know what I'm saying?
How many Denzels do we got?
But that's my point. And I think that's what people underestimate. Is there space for you to make it without being the greatest ever?
Yes.
You can be the best version of you.
Yes.
And and do it for the rest of your life.
There are so many bad actors. I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah.
There are so many bad actors.
Yeah.
There are so many bad movies.
Yeah.
But guess what? People was getting paid. And they get paid afterwards.
They got residuals.
Yeah.
And
so
still taking care of them.
just tell the stories. It don't matter who good. Look. Just do the work.
Just do the work.
Put it out.
Yeah.
Spike Lee ain't no good actor.
Nope. But he's in a lot of movies.
Yes.
He's in a lot of movies. Yeah, no, it's true. And I think that's like when I really want people to kind of capture that or understand that. If you're watching it, it's like, hey, you don't gotta wait until you're LeBron to start hooping.
No.
Like, just start getting some shots up.
Yes.
The guy that I've been watching probably about 2.5 years now is La Russell, rapper.
He rapping every day
out of Vallejo, and he's like, bro, too many of y'all, and he talking to musicians, and I think it's really good for artists because creators be getting on my nerves.
Go ahead.
But because it's like they want everything to be perfect before they show anybody.
Yeah.
Before they release it, before they put it out.
Yep.
And he's like, bro, you keep trying to hit home runs. Let's just say you strike out. 80% of the times you go to the plate.
It's a special thing though, because however you see it in your head,
yeah,
nobody else is seeing what you see.
Even when you think it's perfect.
Yes. Nobody knows the perfected version that you got in your head.
You done drew a whole church and you think it's perfect. I'm like, hey, is this that's the Capitol building, huh? It's a church. So you're right. It doesn't matter. No. And that's his point. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to hit home runs. I'm gonna hit 1,000 singles.
That's fine.
And one of them might go out the park. One of them, I'm trying to hit a single, but the pitch was perfect and it's gone. And I'm like, oh, that was nice. And I'm right back to play the next day, hitting more singles. Yeah. And that really has helped me and inspired me because I had shut this down. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about before we got on today. Is like I had been doing the ladder. I started my first episode. I shot in 2019 or 2018.
Yeah, when I started Tribe U.
Yeah. So but at one point I was like, bro, I didn't like the quality. So I was like, I gotta shut it down because I don't like where it's at. I should have kept hitting singles. I should have kept putting out content because now I got my boy Nate. And don't get me wrong. This, what y'all seeing, way better than anything I would have been putting out. This is way better than anything I would have been putting out. This is amazing.
When I saw your new setup, I said, Jessica got some money.
Come on now. Won't he do it? Come on now. I ain't broke no more. But yeah, man, and it's like, I had to start over with Nate. Me and Nate just start from zero because I had stopped swinging. Mm-hmm. And I think that what I've learned in this process is no matter if you do have everything you think you need, it's still gonna take time.
It's gonna take time.
Like you still gonna have to build it. So you might as well build something.
Fail.
And you have to fail a lot.
It's okay too.
And it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you get instant success, this is like if you are wanting to be like social media famous and you want to make money off social media, you got to realize it isn't the people who have overnight viral moments that make money on social media. It's the people who are consistent who make money on social media.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that got 40,000, 50,000 followers and they don't work.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, they don't work. They do brand deals.
Yeah.
They got a product they market, right? They got a Patreon. Just think, if you got 50,000 people that follow you, you got a Patreon that's $10 a month, and 5,000 of them sign up, you don't got to work no more.
That's a nice Patreon.
You ain't got to work no more. 500 of them sign up. 1%.
That's beautiful, too.
$10 a month, 500, that's $5,000 a month.
That's nice.
You can live off that.
That's real nice.
That's what I'm saying. And so the ideal that you got to have everything to start is I think it's keeping a lot of people from starting.
Yeah.
And I hope when they hear you share your story that they learn that, like, today's the day.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow never comes.
And that's what I had to see. I was maybe afraid of my own potential, or afraid of succeeding, or afraid of failing. I don't know exactly what it was, but there was, a time when I had to make the choice, because maybe I felt like it was just going to come to me. So I was like really heavy on God providing and God doing everything for me. Like, do the bird work?
Come on,
is the flower out here doing anything?
Yeah.
Okay, well, God be taking care.
I ain't got to do nothing. I don't know if that's what that means. I'm not sure.
God,
but I feel you.
Care. God be taking care. So why he ain't taking care of me?
Come on now, because I'm waiting.
You ready for my stage, Lord?
Yeah, Lord. I'm ready.
But I wasn't, I wasn't moving in the direction of what I said I want. I wasn't jumping in front of the train like I needed to. And I don't know, maybe I was scared. Maybe I didn't feel like I looked like how I wanted to look. Or, I felt like at the time, I know there was a time when I felt like I didn't look like how I wanted to look. I remember going on Family Feud and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. It's Steve Harvey in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? What do you do? I'm like, I'm Robert Coppage. I'm a rapper. He was like, you don't look like no rapper I ever seen. That was got roasted in 5 seconds of me and Steve Harvey. I don't look like no rapper I ever seen. And I was just like, my look, my presentation, how I felt about myself, it wasn't there. And so I had to get some confidence in myself.
Yeah.
I had to do some inner work for real first before I was able to
put out a product that you were proud of.
Yeah, and really step into this thing how I wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous of nobody. I'm not looking at nobody else's stuff. I'm not trying to compete with nobody.
Yeah. I'm really just making what I like and doing what I like and saying yes to stuff that I like and going for things that I like and enjoying it. That's it. I don't know if I got haters. If I do somebody, bitch. No, I'm just like, you know where I stay, Nick. No, you wasting your energy. Really, you wasting your energy, you wasting your time if you hating on me, because I'm really just making stuff for myself, making stuff that I like. And, I got to go through what I go through. Yeah. And you don't want what I got, because you don't want to go through what I've been through. You do not want to go through what I've been through. And you don't want to go through what I'm currently going through. Yeah. This is not a overnight thing. Yeah, no. I'm gonna be working at this this is what I'm doing. We're in the middle of it. Yeah. We ain't even at where we want to be. Right. We really at the beginning. Yeah. We just starting to get some. At the beginning. We starting to get some momentum now. 6 years at the beginning. Come on now. 7 years at the beginning. What a start. What a start. You feel me? Ooh, when I get out there. Like when you rev that engine. Ooh. Wait till I go. Wait till I let go of this brake. It's not. It's for real though, but it's 100% like, and I think we have one of the things, I want to get ready to close because this has been amazing. But I think one of the things that happens is we don't like the way the beginning looks, and so we give up before we can reap any fruit. Yeah, and it's like I got locks. I went through the ugly phase. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I twisted the little baby fro up. Yes. My wife was like, "You can't twist this. Try." Like, I went through that, and now my hair is luxurious. Come on, it's a thing where like if you cut it off though,
Beautiful black brothers unite.
come on, man. You cut it off 3 months in, 6 months in. You know what happened? You'll see other people watching like, I should have kept mine.
Mine would have been that long.
Mine would have been longer than that.
What?
Mine would have been longer than that. I would have kept mine.
What kind of sentence is this, bro? This is not.
So we take that and we do that with our lives.
Yes.
Though we're like, man, I would if I would have had that part, bro, I would have killed that part.
Yeah.
Man, he can't, man, bro. If I would have got that beat, I would have rolled that beat. Like even in podcasts, it's like, man, if I had a chance to do live shows, man, I'd kill live shows.
Yeah.
But you don't do none of the work between where you are and that place to get there. You don't give any of the time to get there, because what I've discovered working with Nate and doing this is like each time I come in the studio, I get better.
Good.
I get better each and every time. Each time I got somebody sitting across from me, it's a better interview.
Yeah.
It's a better podcast. It's a better episode. And what that means for me is when it's time for this to roll, right? When I'm like, hey, Nate, we traveling the country. Tell your girlfriend you love her. You see her next year.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when it's time for that, it's going to be fire.
Yes.
It's going to be the best.
Be ready.
It's going to be the best that I have to offer.
Yes.
No one's going to leave a show disappointed. Nobody's going to leave a podcast. Like, no one's going to leave like, I shouldn't have went there. Everybody's going to leave like, bro, I'm so glad I spent money on that. I should have probably paid a little more for that.
Yeah.
This was invaluable because I'm doing the reps right now.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to rush. And I'm not trying to skip no steps. I'm literally just trying to go at the pace that I'm supposed to go, so that when God opened the door, I walk through it.
And be ready for it.
And I'm ready for it.
Prepare for what you're asking for.
Cause that's I'm gonna close with this. I'm gonna let you close. I'm one more thing. I'm gonna let you close. Yeah, you can close. But I was like, one thing I used to pray all the time when I was younger, especially my early 20s, mid 20s, is like, God, do not give me something that I'm a mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't put me in no positions where I'm talented enough, but my character isn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
My work ethic isn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
Like, only give me the opportunity, Lord, when I'm ready internally. And that's been my prayer, because, like you said, I don't want to get in this space where I'm on stage, I'm doing it right, and I ain't ready.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you tried. Because, being honest, it's way easier to get second chances doing this than it is at doing that.
Yeah.
When you get in those spaces, you're expected to be ready.
Yeah.
And if you not, they be like,
yep.
Thanks. We thought we had the next one. Who else is out there?
Who else
is out there?
I can't even imagine.
Right? Like,
I could never imagine.
No. And so that's crazy. But I got people who want to start, man. They are right on the cusp. They terrified. They shaking in their boots.
Mm-hmm.
Give them 3 things that will help them take that first step moving towards their dreams.
Say yes.
All you gotta do is
say yes, practice gratitude, and stay consistent. Them is just 3 off the top of my head.
I love it.
Those are 3 that work in any area that you're in, any part of life that you're in. What I say yes, stay consistent, and be grateful. Those are the 3 things that I say. And then maybe you'll pull, all the stuff to you that you deserve, and then you'll actually be prepared for it. And then when you step through, people will be like, oh, and then they'll enjoy it. You'll be a blessing for them. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love it. Hey, man, it's been an honor.
Can I get some shout outs?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
Shout out my mama.
Oh, yeah, mom, dude. Shout out to honey.
My daddy.
Yeah.
He just got out of prison.
Come on, shout out to Pop.
He been doing shows.
What kind of show?
Readings and poetry readings, because he's an author. He be writing.
Shout out to Pop.
Yeah, so Pops is on fire
I'm glad to hear that.
Shout out to Rick. That's my step Pops.
Yeah,
he on fire too.
Come on,
man. Had a business for like 15 years now.
Come on now.
Barbershop
business.
Man, we love to see that.
Love to see that.
And I got to give a shout out to Bree. Love you, girl. And I got to give a shout out to everybody who's been watching my movie. Devil Come to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Devil Come to Kansas. Okay.
Link in the description.
The Devil Come to Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's on Tubi. Go watch that if you have already. If you haven't already, watch it again.
Rewatch it.
It is a great movie. I'm in it. This was my first movie role that I'm not, just an extra.
Come on now.
I actually got lines.
Yeah.
I got a plot.
I liked your part.
I got a plot.
Your
like,
character develops?
Yeah, It's a beautiful thing. Go watch that. Watch The Unseen. All right, so Mike Blevs did the Devil Come to Kansas City. Jay Hampton did The Unseen.
Yeah.
Honesty Edwards did Deadlock. So go watch all three of those.
Okay.
You got time tonight. Pick which one. It's a coppage movie night.
Hey,
What movie you
popcorn in a coppage movie? Hey, you done made it. Hey, he cannot get any more famous to me than he is right now. It don't matter what else he do. He's at the apex in my eye. Coppage movie night, can't beat that. Can't beat that. What are we talking about?
Shout out to my uncle, Cop Pics.
Yeah.
Photography.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody else, I love y'all. Peace to y'all. Go enjoy the stuff and continue to walk in your path. Your path.
Yeah.
Don't try to be like nobody else. Don't let nobody tell you what you got to do. Do what gives you peace. Where you can live at peace with yourself and actually at peace. You know, the serene feeling
Yeah.
of having no worries. You ain't concerned about a bunch of stuff. Peace.
Yeah.
If you can be at peace with whatever decision that you're making and make that decision and be happy about it and then move on to the next. That's all you got to do.
I ain't got nothing else to say, man. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. And I'm going to see y'all next week. Remember, if you don't want to watch, if you like, man, I don't like watching on YouTube, we are now available on Apple Podcasts. Check it out. You can listen there. You can stream it there. Download it. Follow the show. Share it with your mama because her eyes ain't good, but she can listen. All right, man. I'm going to see y'all next week, man. Peace.